Welcome back to our simple card class for happy greetings. And this is going to be card number 4, which is going to be the hello card. And I'm sorry for background noise. It is fall and there's lots of lawn mowing happening in the background. So we're going to go ahead and ink the edges of this green leaf paper. I just want to give that a little bit of a pop. And then there are little border strips that are going to go across the screen paper. So I want to go ahead and give those a little pop. Just a couple of them. I'm going to do the yellow one. And I'm going to do the wood one. Just to give them a little bit of pop. The last one is a black one, so that one doesn't need it. Now I'm going to go ahead and start attaching these down, going from the bottom to the top. That way I get my spacing correct. Last time I did a stripe, I did it, I should have started with the bottom, but I didn't, and ended up having to move them. So we're going to go maybe ½ inch from the bottom, and we're going to glue the black piece first. Then we're going to glue the wood piece and the yellow piece. So go ahead and quickly adhere these two. So the wood piece is next. And then the yellow piece down. Now for this card, we're going to have this yellow tag piece. I'm going to go ahead, all right, I have a couple of options here, okay? I could either pop up my yellow tag, I am going to go ahead and ink it while I'm discussing this, or I could just go ahead and shape my flowers, so that way my flowers have lots of pop to them, or I could do both. Both kind of seems fun, but let's see if we can get these pop dots to work properly. I'm using the giant Big Bertha rule. This is an older rule, and I'm finding I'm having a really difficult time releasing the tape from the back of it. The newer rules that I've had, I haven't had that problem with. It could be the weather. It's so funny, but I do find that sometimes if it's super humid, the backing doesn't want to release. Okay, there we go. And then let's see if we can get this one. I'm just kind of trying to wiggle that adhesive away from the paper, so that way it'll release it. Well, there's enough off. I don't know, I probably have enough off, so we're just gonna go ahead and tack this baby down. It's not like it's gonna go anywhere, because once you put that adhesive down, that is stuck on there. It's very difficult to move these. Now I'm going to go ahead and do a little flower shaping on here. And I'm going to really focus on my leaves, because my leaves are my outside edges, and I'm just going to use my fingers. I'm going to just kind of pinch it like a leaf is, because you know the leaves have those seams down the middle. So we're just going to kind of make those leaves have a little bit of a seam. All right, those are too small. That one's a little bigger. That one's a little bigger. And then we're gonna kind of see how that looks. Alrighty, I think that gives it enough of a pop, because we're gonna be putting the chipboard hello over the top of this. Now I'm not gonna glue down these edges that I shaped. I'm only gonna glue down the center of this, because I want those edges to lift up. I don't want them to just be floating there. And I am realizing that I missed some of the embellishments from the extra embellishments pack. This is why I always design the base cards first, or put them together before I design the bonus cards. I thought there was a lot of extra pieces in this kit, and now I am discovering why, because I didn't use them all like I should have. So I needed this little flower guy, and he's just going to get a little bit of glue right under here, so that way he can stick in. We're going to make him go right in here. I could put a little pop dot under the top of that to kind of stabilize it. Even if you don't remove the foam backing, just having the pop dot on there is still going to help stabilize that card. Okay, we've got that. We've got hello. Now we needed this one with the little berries, I guess. Nope, that's not the right one. Oh, we need this one sticking up here. So we're going to go ahead and glue this one down. And it's going to get tucked under this flower here. Because I don't have this angled as much as they have it angled in the photo. Alrighty. And then I think there's one more here with little edges sticking out if I can find it. Here we go. This one's just a little one. And he's gonna go like right in there. All right, to kind of finish that scene, my little chipboard got bent a little, so I'm just gonna bend it back and I'm gonna put the glue on it so that way I can put this hello down over here like that. And I'm going to let this leaf stay up on top of it, so I'm just going to kind of cover the parts that are laying flat and not go over the top on there. Now I also need a couple of little chipboard hearts. I need a little yellow one and a little orange one. So I'm going to put the glue on my little yellow one. I'm going to grab my little orange one, just kind of stick it to the back of the yellow to kind of get some glue on it. I'm just going to give these hearts kind of little offset, little angle to it. And there you go, card number 4, all done. So now we're going to go ahead and turn the paper over. We're going to work on this gather card. Also, I'm going to push these extra embellishments up out of the way because I don't want them to get confused with all my ones I have. I will confuse myself. This time you're going to go ahead and use the gold cardstock that has the little diamonds going up and down. Okay, so you can see these are going in more of a vertical pattern. I just inked the 2 edges because the top and the bottom edge are going to be covered by these green pieces, which I am going to go ahead and ink the green pieces. And you notice when I ink, I'm not like super picky. Like I'm not trying to get every piece of that edge perfectly matched. I want it to look a little rustic. I don't want it to look super perfect. I'm not going for perfect here. I'm just going for a pretty looking card. And I think sometimes there is beauty in the imperfect. It also will make it look homemade if you have it be not quite so perfect every time. I know a lot of people are worried about, oh, I missed this, I didn't do that, and oh, I cut this wrong. No big deal. Don't worry about it. We stress ourselves out doing that kind of talking to ourselves, a lot of negative talk. This is one of those things where no negative talk allowed. You're here to have fun, make some pretty cards, and relax and enjoy yourself. Give yourself a break and be kind to yourself when you're crafting. Don't put a lot of pressure on yourself. There's no pressure. There's no right or wrongs with crafting. If you take these pieces of this card and design a card that is completely different than the one that is shown here, great, good for you. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. And you know what? No one is going to know that you did that because no one's comparing your card to what the design was from Simple Stories. I'm just putting a little bit of neutral twine, natural twine in here just because I like it when I have tags that have the ribbon coming at them, especially if there's the hole in the tag, like this one already had the hole in the tag. So I just kind of loop it through. I usually like to cut it at an angle because I don't like it to be perfectly straight, symmetrical. So that's going to get glued down. I'm just going to kind of lay out the pieces because we had a lot of pieces on this one. So I want to kind of lay out the angle. The flowers kind of go at the top. I kind of feel like I need to pop all this stuff up. So we're going to go ahead and start with the tag because the tag piece is the biggest. And I'm going to go ahead and get some foam on there. It's funny, the backing on this is a little different because they taped 2 pieces of foam together to make this. They must make this in super long rolls before they put it on these 36-yard spindles. Oh, look at that. It was well behaved and came right off for me. All right, so this is kind of our base piece here. It's going to come down a little bit below, and we want it nice and straight. You have a tiny bit of wiggle room with this tape. If you don't push it down, you can usually move it a little bit. However, most times you are not going to be able to move it very much. So be careful when you are using the foam tapes. They are very strong. I'll go ahead and put some on the back side of my wreath, and I probably cut it too big. Yes, I did. I have a separate pair of scissors here that I am using for the foam tape because the foam tape is not nice to your scissors. You don't want to ruin your good scissors on the foam tape. And let's see, that's going to go there. Where do I want this? I guess I want it on the bottom. So I don't want to ruin my scissors, and I am using a little bit of my point here. You can go ahead and clean this off with alcohol later on, or sometimes I just kind of roll it and pick it off with my fingers. Don't know if I'm going to be able to get this one off. Oh, it was just so good. I should never have said how well that tape came off the last one, because now it's not wanting to come off as good. Here we go. All right, so then the wreath is going to be kind of up here, level with that. Alrighty, next, let's see, we could do this one glued down because it's more of a background piece. So let's go ahead and put a little bit of glue down. Get this one more in the background. And then we're going to have this one on top. So we just need the foam kind of where my fingers are. The rest of this is going to lap over. So we just need a piece right in there. Don't need a huge piece. And frankly, if we don't take the backing off, we're okay because we can go ahead and glue this part down. I almost feel like I should round those little bubbles, but I don't have my flower making tool out. I just did a little bending with my fingers. But we're going to glue this edge of here onto the top. Over here, I didn't take my backing off my foam, but it's okay because this glue is not going to go anywhere. And then the last little thing is this cute little flower. And we're going to put the cute little flower on top. And done. So card number 5, all done.